Well, the Boise State men's basketball team was back over at Extra Mile Arena hosting Air Force this afternoon. The Broncos looking to build off their momentum they created down in the pit, knocking off 19th ranked New Mexico earlier this week.
Yeah, and it really feels like the vibe is this team just keeps on rolling. Maybe one of the most complete games we saw from the Bronco roster this season. Let's jump into the highlights. We'll show you what we're talking about. Maybe Wednesday night was the Max Rice legacy game. Well, today it belonged to the pride of Spokane. Tyson Degenhart would put together a career night in front of a rowdy crowd on a Saturday afternoon.
A sold-out crowd, by the way. 12,000 strong showed up to watch this one, and Shabuzo gets it going early. Yeah, he was impressive. The senior canned back-to-back threes. That one with a man right in his face. The Broncos start to get it going. He'd finish the night with 14 points on 4 of 6 shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, Max Rice also getting things going from beyond the arc. He had a pair of threes in the first half, building on his career-high 35 points on Wednesday night. Number 12 would have 12 on the game, but it was the junior Tyson Degenhart coming in with an all-time performance. In the first half, Air Force had no answers for him in the paint. Getting a nice look on the floater after exchanging some crisp passes there with Rice. Degenhart would have 20 points in the first half alone. That's a career high. And after a game that was back and forth, tied up at 27 at one point, that three right there capped off a momentum shift right. The Broncos would get out of the first half on a 16-3 run with a 41-27 lead.
On to the second we go. Let the good times roll. Omar Stanley showing off his range yet again this afternoon. He gets the 3 to fall. He finished with 14 points on the game. The Broncos also got to show off their depth tonight. 7th-year senior Cam Martin was incredible off the bench. He had a team-high 7 assists. That one capped off by a corner 3 from Roddy Anderson.
Yeah, it felt like everything was working for BSU. Another guy who made a huge impact, how about the sophomore Kobe Young, a season-high 15 minutes. He played great defense, and of course, he got that put-back dunk to go there as they closed the book on this one. Boise State would all-around dominate this game. They scored an average of 1.6 points per possession. That's the highest mark in the conference in 6 years. They would roll to their highest win ever over Air Force, 94-56 as the final.
Yeah, 100%. It was a trap game, and I think just the way we prepared, the coaching staff had us ready to go. They took it hard on us yesterday, so today was easy. I think we're just really locked in.
We have so much potential that we haven't even tapped into. We really haven't felt like we played our best game yet, and I still think we're practicing hard and keep getting better, and this team's just going to continue to improve all the way up until the end of the year.
Love where we are. Would I like to be undefeated? Absolutely, but with the talent and the coaches and the teams and the places you go, I love where we are, but hey, we got to flip the switch quickly again, and we'll take the rest of this day. Love the 2 o'clock game, and we'll enjoy it, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow.
So as we mentioned, junior forward Tyson Degenhart was good. He had a career-high 29 points today. He did so on 11 of 12 shooting. His 29 points are the 3rd most by a Bronco on 12 shot attempts or less in the Leon Rice era. Following just a 4-point outing against New Mexico earlier in this week, head coach Leon Rice knew that Degenhart would bounce back in a big way.
I give credit to my teammates. They were finding me, and then we just moved the ball really, really well tonight. I think you saw really good spurts of that in the second half, and just happy to get the win tonight.
Sometimes when guys have a bad game or have a struggle, I'll get with them and have a meeting, and try to talk. But Tyson, and sometimes that's bad because you don't want to take it for granted that he can get right. But I just watched the way he was at practice yesterday, and he was doing exactly what we always tell our guys. When you're struggling, just pour into others and your thing will explode. And it did.
Now Boise State has a daunting 2-game schedule coming up this week. They go to Fort Collins to take on Colorado State on Tuesday, and then coming up on Saturday, a trip to Logan to take on Utah State. It does not get any easier this week.
And also a thing to look at, Utah State lost to San Diego State today, so right now BSU tied in the Mountain West standings once again. They might be playing for first place next weekend.
We'll have more on your first place Broncos coming up tomorrow on Sunday Sports Extra. In the meantime, the news will be right back.